What's going on, everybody? Welcome in to another episode of the Feed Your Fat Face podcast. My fat face is Aaron. That fat face is Kevin. Reunited. And it's been a while, man.
It's been a little bit.
Buddy.
Yeah, I needed a break.
Yeah,
Hey,
it happens, dude.
Busy season at work and just, things build and you just like, I just need the free time I can find to make it free.
Absolutely. So, yeah, there's zero wrong with that. So thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for episode 36 plus my one little brief breakfast taco debate. Did you watch my update when I did that?
I did. I liked that.
What are your thoughts on, are you a breakfast taco guy?
Huge.
I never got you to weigh in.
Yeah,
What's your go-to?
Well, mine's going to have eggs.
Right, which is different than me, but we've well documented.
Wasn't I told one time, well, that's the point.
I had a lot of people ask me about how unsafe it is to have my iPhone mounted where I mount it in my car, but it's not. Here's my thinking, and you're going to really think that this is unsafe. I mount it like right above my steering wheel so that I can watch Astros games while I'm driving.
Right.
So really recording a video is like the least unsafe thing.
Right. Yeah. With the phone right there, recording is, you're basically just watching the road.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Anyway, so what's your favorite? What's your go-to breakfast taco?
I like sausage, egg, and cheese.
There's this little taco. That's a good taco.
It's the basic. It's the.
And I think, were you there? We came around. Like, I really think my issue is poorly cooked egg, and it's just not worth the risk for me.
Yeah, because, a lot of people way overdo or way underdo. There's not a lot that kind of follow. It's like the opposite of a bell curve.
And I'm about to say that eggs are supposed to be, and I'm going to finish that, but I think it's really subjective. Everybody, like, I just think that eggs are designed. I think they're meant to be soft scrambled, I don't know if runny is the right word, but I don't know that they should be a quiche every time you scramble eggs. You know what I mean?
I like.
Are you a hard scramble?
I like my eggs more hard scrambled because of the other things I add to them are so wet.
Yeah,
so I'm
having a hard time.
I'm going to use the word that everybody loves. I don't like a moist egg.
You don't like a moist egg? That's the only kind of egg I'll eat.
Don't get me wrong. I'll eat them. But it's what I add to the eggs, all of it's wet. And so I like to kind of cut down on that.
There's a taco truck near where I work called La Soya's, and they have a taco called the Dumpster. And to be honest with you, I couldn't tell you what's in it, but it's really good. Like, not like I'm not going to tell you what's in it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I had an employee one day, I was having just kind of one of those like drag your feet morning, and she comes and she was like, "Boss, you need the dumpster." And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. She was like, "I'll be right back." She ran down and brought me one, and I was like, that's exactly what I needed.
Yeah. That's like the meat tornado in Parks and Rec.
Yeah, she listens to the podcast, so shout out to Tatiana. Tatiana's on our team.
Hey, what's happening?
Tati is a food lover like I am, and so
nice.
It's not uncommon. She'll show up like with homemade chicharron, and I sent you the picture the time she brought me chicharron. Yeah, Tati's the real deal.
Yeah, but it was after. You didn't tell me, hey.
Yeah, well,
you get in your car.
Like, hey, I don't.
Like, hey, look what somebody's had for me hours ago.
I wasn't looking to share my chicharron.
Fair.
Yeah.
Especially with me.
What'd you do in the off season?
In the off season,
did you cook? I know you ate. What was your life?
Yeah, I ate. It really was just mostly recovery time. I was kind of just in that space where I'd be hungry, but I didn't want to make anything. I would be, just kind of recharging. So I didn't do a whole lot of that. I went out a lot. So when we did eat, we would go to burger places, or, we like Big's Burger Joint.
Oh, yeah, they just opened a new one.
We like the one on UTSA Boulevard. There's one over here on Military.
Oh, that's the new one that used to be in the bar, called The Well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then there's one on 151, and then the original.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the one on 151.
Then there's the original Big's Burger Joint, which is like Hebner and 1604-ish.
Yeah.
So you know who's behind that, right? The guy's like a Michelin star.
Yeah, he's a real.
Yeah, Wiseman.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Andrew Wiseman, he just was like, there's not really, so the deal is he's a passionate burger guy.
Yes.
And he's just like, there really isn't a great burger in town. And he's like, just go ahead and do it.
And it's a good burger. It's very good.
Yeah.
What I've noticed that the Bigs, especially the one on UTSA Boulevard, does exceptionally well is the fried chicken sandwich.
Oh, I've not had it.
It's amazing. I get it, and I get grilled onions and mushrooms,
Yeah.
and it is next level.
I was over there today. We had a work meeting at Chicken and Pickle, so
okay,
right next door, but I didn't get to go in. And yeah, we've been really busy. We've had a lot going on. So
you guys have graduation coming up?
Graduation is this week. Yeah, this is an insane week. But
I mean, Sunday you've got the party for the young man, and we'll be here for that.
Yeah, we're gonna celebrate Carson, man. We're gonna. He's got a busy summer ahead, but we're just gonna celebrate his his triumphant victory over high school.
Just making it through.
Yeah.
These days, just making it through is a good deal. And he did it, high rank in his class, top 10.
Do you have moments when you look back at your high school career that you're like, who did I think I was?
I don't reflect back on high school very often, but
high school is a game, right?
Sure.
Kids, it is. It's part of high school is I like study, know the things, but there's a big part of it, and they actually will tell you this in high school. It's learn what your professor wants, play to that, get the grade. It's a game, and I knew that, and I played the game very, very well. I got away with murder, and now there's a lot that played into that, right? Like I was very successful in some UIL stuff, so I made money for the school, but I just got away on charisma and charm. I just got away with more than the average.
And aside from like sports,
should.
like baseball and whatnot, you did speech and debate.
I was a national finalist, and so And so there was one principal though. Her name was Juanita Hayes. Miss Hayes. Like my senior year, like 2 weeks before the end, I was walking around in the hall, and she called. She's like, "Powers, come in here." And I walk into her office, and she sits me down, and she goes, I just want you to know that I see you. I just looked at her, she's like I see through. Like you have the rest of them fooled. I see you. And I looked right at her, dude, not even 18. And I looked right at her and I go, am I still going to graduate? And she goes, well, yeah. I get up out of the chair. I go, good talk, Juanita. And just turned around and walked out of her office. And I look back now and I'm like, so I say that to say like Carson getting through the right way is worth celebrating for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely. I went to 4 high schools. Now the last one I went to for 2.5 years, but I went to multiple high schools. And so
you especially knew the game.
It was different in a lot of places because I went to some schools that were overseas that were on military bases. I went to some schools I went to a small 2A school in North Texas.
That in Fritch?
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, the Sanford Fritch Eagles.
Sanford. Oh, it was small. It was 2 towns.
It was 2 counties.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, my Bree's grandparents live in a small town called Scurry, and their high school is called Scurry Rosser High School because it's 2 towns, but 2 counties.
Yeah.
And go look at a map. Panhandle counties are big. It's like
but it's still. I mean, it's like 900 people. I mean,
you love your space there in the Panhandle.
I think the graduating class was I know it was in the double digits, but I think it was below 50. I think it was like 30 people in the graduating class.
Yeah, I was on the other end of that spectrum.
Well, when I moved here, I went to a school that had right around 900. It was my graduating class.
Yeah, I think we were 750 or something. It was insane. But anyway, we made it. Everybody's got a different trek.
Yeah. It's
my hope is like I made the comment to Carson last night. I was like, "Hey, dude, if you stick through it and graduate, and like that's farther than your mom and I, And he made some smart aleck comment about already being there, and I was like, "No." I was like, "You got to graduate." Like I went to college, I just never learned how to play that game. It was different, and I didn't do so well. So, yeah, we've been grilling some. We've been out grilling a little more when I get the chance, but still. It's just been busy. We haven't done anything really spectacular. But you reached out to me earlier and said, what if we just talked about some of our favorite local eats lately?
Yeah.
I thought that'd be really fun. That's a good idea.
Well, like I said, Biggs is actually kind of what brought that to mind because we were there yesterday. And I will say yesterday was actually kind of a down day we've been there a dozen times over the last 6 months.
Yeah.
And yesterday, of the dozen last times we've been there, was the bottom of those trips.
That's a bummer.
And it was still pretty good.
Yeah. I'm indifferent on his fries.
I like those fries. I like the bigger fries, the softer.
I like crinkle cut fries, but I want them crispy on the outside.
Yeah, you like super crispy.
I mean, I guess
you like to be able to carve things with fries.
No, they don't need to be able to be. I don't need to be able to etch with them or anything, but I do like them to have. I like them to have a bite.
So, burgers. There's Biggs. We did
Longhorn Cafe is
Longhorn's fantastic. We
really
did
great burger.
the challenge at
Quarto de Kilo.
Quarto de Kilo, and then there's Good News Burger.
Yeah, they're down to just the one location though.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate.
Yeah, I knew.
But if you take those four, how would you rank them?
Those four?
Yeah.
Am I taking into as they currently eat, or do I consider historicity?
Dealer's choice.
Okay, because it's different. As they currently eat, Good News Burger, Biggs, Longhorn, and Quarto. Quarto's a really good burger. It's a little denser than I would want
It
an
is
average
a dense burger.
Yeah. And if I'm going on historicity, probably Longhorn and Good News, but probably Longhorn, Good News, Biggs. But Longhorn has sentimental value. Bree and I used to go every Saturday when we were dating to the original one on Blanco.
Oh, okay.
So there's some sentimentality in that. But I think they're a really solid burger and they're still good. Well, I actually think they're in this, they just must have deeper pockets. I think they're in the same boat as Good News Burger. I think they overexpanded really quickly because it used to just be the one store on Blanco, and then they added like one other, and then all of a sudden there was 8.
Right.
And so I just think it's hard to control.
Here's the thing about Longhorn, though. Even with their locations and whatever, when you go to Longhorn, you get the same burger every time.
Yes, it's consistent.
And like I said, at Biggs, this last trip was noticeably a step down from some of the other trips.
I also think in terms of local burgers, if you've not been to Biggs, Biggs has stepped into that space that Fuddruckers vacated, where you have some control over the toppings, which some people, so if you really like that and you've missed that, then just know you can go to Biggs. And
I miss Fuddruckers.
I do miss I actually thought everything, they baked the buns fresh there in the store. I thought Fuddruckers was an amazing burger. We used to
It was a model. I mean, it was an incredible model. It was.
Well, okay, so back to Chefy Burgers, right? You know who started that?
No.
Fuddruckers was Philip Romano of Romano's Macaroni Grill. Yeah, that one in San Antonio by the airport was number 1, and Philip Romano just said, "I think San Antonio needs a better burger," and so he opened Fuddruckers.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know, man. I just thought it was really good. I don't understand how that building passed health code ever.
No.
But I don't.
But we don't want to get into that.
And I don't even need that. I don't even need that from a restaurant. Some people do.
I don't need to see the grade either way.
How about this? No rats, no roaches.
Yeah, keep it out of the dining area.
Yeah,
and
maybe no open wounds into whatever you're preparing.
No Band-Aids.
No Band-Aids. I think that's a fair rule. No Band-Aids.
That's my first topping request is no Band-Aids.
That's fair. It's fair. So I went to. I know this is not local place, but it is a place to eat locally. I will say I went again today, and it holds up, man. At Chicken and Pickle, they have this. They call it their Southern Fried Chicken Sandwich.
Yeah.
And it's the thin fried chicken sandwich. It's got bacon and it has pimento cheese on it. And it's
solid
really
for a chain.
good.
I mean, it's. You know what I saw the other day? I was driving. There's the Costco over on 1604 and Petrenko. Mm-hmm. In that shopping center, which is fairly new, there's a brand new Chili's being built. I haven't seen a new Chili's, and I can't remember
They
how
still
long.
make you?
Right. That's what I was. I was driving by and I stopped, and I was like, really?
A new Chili's?
A new Chili's. That's exactly what I thought.
I don't really.
I was like, huh.
We're going to keep it local. So there's a new, and I'm getting, I want to say right out of the gate, this is not a place that I've tried. And so I want to go try it. And I know it's a highly subjective food. And so I hope to go try it there ourselves. Maybe we'll even do an episode from there if you would have it. But, Jason Dady of Two Brothers Barbecue.
Right.
And he did The Lodge and pretty popular here around town. Opened a pizza joint in Bernie. And I've heard really mixed reviews early. Some people have loved it. I've heard others that just were not
really
enamored. I have a hard time believing it's not good, honest. If you've tried it in Bernie, then you need to let us know. But I've heard some people just say that they just were wildly indifferent.
It's kind of surprising because, here's
one
one of the
things. It's called
things.
the Pizzeria.
So on a lot of the food pages, like San Antonio restaurants or, San Antonio foodie or all of those kind of things, people will ask all the time, like, what's the best barbecue? What's the best pizza? What's the
Tre
best?
Pizzeria, sorry.
And, okay.
Because Tre Trattoria is his Italian concept.
So many people, they'll say, what's the best pizza? And they'll be like, oh, the Marco's by my house is.
No.
And I'm like, if you say Domino's, Pizza Hut, Marco's, Papa John, any of those, you're out. Automatically, your account should be deleted.
The only chain I'll allow is Grimaldi's because it's not a chain. It's different.
Yeah, it's not.
I mean, it is, but it's not fast food pizza.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a place. Have you been to Frelo's in Fair Oaks Ranch, like on Bernie Stage Road? They have really good pizza.
No,
It's a place called Z's. So the Z's Wood Fire Grill, also in Bernie. They do every month. They'll do a specialty pizza. Like in February, it's got like lobster on it, and man, that's a good pizza.
That's fantastic. That's a really good pizza.
They have really good craft beer too. They usually have a really, really one of the better craft beer selections you can find.
Have you tried Bangin' Q barbecue?
Oh, that's a heck of a name.
Yeah, it's a barbecue. I think it's a truck here in town.
Bring it.
But I've seen it and I want to try it. And there's also one called Double A Barbecue.
What type of food do you think best lends itself to the truck experience?
I think things like barbecue do it really well because so much of the barbecue takes so long to cook.
Yep.
That by the time, so it does the truck really well. I don't think anything like cook to order works super great.
Burgers do okay. You flip them out pretty quick. I want to do
the truck burgers are thinner than burgers that I like.
Yeah, you're not a smash burger guy.
Yeah, I like a meatier patty, but when I go to a burger truck,
Where's the beef?
Yeah, I'm expecting a thinner patty.
We have I would like to do a food truck that has, I think the success to a food truck lies in simplicity. Like I think you need a couple of things done really, really well.
Yeah.
But not a really diverse menu. And so I thought about having like a chicken sandwich, but I want to use chicken thigh. But like fried chicken thigh with like good seasoning on it, and maybe there's a hot and a regular, and then like a solid burger.
When you say good seasoning, are you talking about basic,
Are you asking me if I'm cooking white people chicken?
No. I didn't say flavorless. I said basic salt and pepper, a good, what are you talking?
I think for me, in that I would do it's basic. Yeah, it's a fair question. I'm just clarifying the terms. So
Sure.
I don't want to put much heat in the seasoning because I want that to be either the sauced or not sauced option, right?
Okay.
Like a hot chicken. But I think salt, pepper, garlic, maybe a couple of mystery ingredients. I can't give away all of the things, but maybe I have or maybe I haven't been working on something.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
We've
talked about a food truck.
Yeah.
It's just they want money for these things.
Yeah, they want some upfront investment.
And
that's the problem.
I'll tell you this, dude. If I were rich, I could get richer.
Yeah, right? If I had money, I could make money.
Man, no doubt. I remember one time in high school, you remember our good buddy Jason Doyle?
Oh, yeah.
We were sitting around, and he was like, hey, let's invent something and get rich. And I was like, yeah, dude, I am all in. And like 3 minutes later, he just fell back on his bed and was like, everything's been invented. It does feel that way.
Clearly not.
It does.
From 1994, 5, 6, whatever it was.
It's so funny. I love that dude.
One of the local places I did want to bring up that we've been to recently, we went to Muck and Fuss.
Oh, the one in New Braunfels.
Yeah.
It's friends of my I think my brother. Yeah, they're really good.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, if you're in the New Braunfels area, so they are right off the circle on the Schlitterbahn side. So like if you're going to Schlitterbahn, they'll be there on the left. Yeah. Bring it back to Jason Doyle. You know who I ran into last time I was at Muck and Fuss? Jason and I ran into Mark Anderson and the two younger twins.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
Mark Anderson and the two sets of twins.
Yeah, he had two sets of twins. So the younger one's Paige and
Shelby.
Yeah, the little ones. They were babies. They're not babies anymore.
Oh yeah, they're like grown ups with kids.
Who knew?
Yeah, I think they're married with kids and all that good stuff.
Yeah, they might be. It's wild, man.
Yeah. Like the last time I saw them, I think they were 7.
What did you have at Muck and Fuss? You order a lot more chicken when you go out than I do. Did you get chicken there?
You know what? And I probably no, I had a burger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll either have a burger or chicken because burgers I can get with all the stuff on it that I want on it that I'm not usually going to have at home.
Yeah.
I'm not going to order a steak. I'm not going to order most beef out because I think I cook the beef that I like better. And so I do a lot of chicken when I'm out.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. I tend to go to burgers.
Yeah, I love burgers.
Yeah. We're going to be going, and they're not really new, but one that we're going to be doing face to face with, we hope in the next couple of weeks, is there is a new location for B Daddy's Barbecue in downtown Bandera. Have you been to the one in Helotes?
I have been to the one.
He has really good brisket, really good chicken, and really good sausage. I really enjoy his sausage.
Yeah, the sausage was fantastic that I had there.
So that's what we're looking forward to getting into. Do you have things when you what is a thing that makes you open to try a new restaurant versus makes like a local, like a non-chain versus something that would make you steer clear?
I almost don't eat at any chains anymore.
Really? So I'm going to seek out something local.
Yeah.
What things do things? So I'm just curious for you, do things does the branding play into it? Does the location play into it? Or you're just pretty much if you're local, I'll give you a shot.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm pretty open to trying just about anywhere.
I'll be honest, as one married to a graphic design, I'm like, if you don't care about your logo, you probably don't care about your food. But I'll still try them. I just go in a little bit judgy.
Lower expectation.
I go in kind of looking down my nose. I'm a jerk.
You Gordon Ramsay him?
Yeah, a little bit.
Hey!
Yeah, no, I would never. Oh
No,
my
I know
gosh.
you wouldn't.
Holy moly. Better watch out. My mom's going to whoop me just because you said that.
I'm here for that too.
Yeah, I know you are. Thanks for nothing.
Get him, Sandy. Get him.
Yeah. There is something I do like about eating local though is we try a lot of times on road trips on long road trips, like when we're going out of state, then we always will eat non-chain. But even when we're driving to Dallas, we'll try to find little barbecue joints or something that we've never been to. And so, so we enjoy getting to experience the culture of a place.
Yeah. And I mean, for me, a lot of it is, oh, look, there's a place. And I'll pull in and just try it.
So big news in the Lake Hills area. So we live out Pipe Creek, Lake Hills, on Medina Lake, and we're in the middle of nowhere, dude. And so there is a pretty decent burger joint called the Four Way right up the road. They have good live music. There's a really average Mexican place. It's super hole in the wall. I like it, but it's hole in the wall. La Cabana. But we just got in my opinion, there's a good Italian joint in Bandera called Paps, and they just opened one out here.
Really?
Yeah, man. So we went. This is some of you guys won't understand this because of your first world privilege. Check your privilege here at the Feed Your Fat Face
Give
podcast.
it a rest.
You're not living on the mean streets like I am.
Sure.
For the first time since 2018, we were able to come home with a pizza that was too hot to bite. Yep, it's that close. So. Wow. This is a big development in the Powers House.
Yeah. And that's about as mean as the streets are going to be here.
That is. I grew up on the hard streets of high country in north central San Antonio.
Oh,
it was a struggle to survive.
I'm going to let you go with this. I'm going to see where this takes us.
I think I'm tapped out.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
The mean streets.
The mean streets of San Antonio.
Check your privilege.
Man. Check your privilege. That's
oh,
right.
my goodness.
I don't have it as bad as me as I live on my big house on an acre over. I'm like, y'all don't know how bad it is. People are like, miss me, dude. Miss me with it, huh? Yeah.
Oh, as we just lost 10 viewers.
Yeah. Well, hopefully. Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. I'm just doing what I can. Hey, they say a clear vision should repel and attract. Repel and attract. So I'm just doing my part.
You're working on repel this week.
Yeah, I'm working on repel as we head towards 50. I want those who stick around to 50 I want them to want it, you know?
Oh, you thought it was easy.
Yeah, that's right. Earn it. I want you to. Is there a type of cuisine that you won't try at a restaurant? Is there a place that you're like, it just doesn't?
Well, there are certain restaurants, like if I go into a place and there's some places they'll try to do too big a menu.
Oh yeah, that tells me your ingredients aren't going to be fresh.
Yeah, any place that has a huge menu, I'm like, okay, if there's any seafood, I'm knocking that off. If there's any, things that really need to be fresh, I'm knocking that off. So I'll limit myself at a place based on, how much is on their menu or things like that. But
Hey, you need to shout out our pizza joint by your house.
Huh? What? Huh?
You need to shout out the pizza joint by your house.
Sophia's?
Yeah, man.
Sophia's is amazing.
I know, that's what I'm saying. We're talking about local food. That's one of my favorites.
That's pretty local to me.
Yeah, like it's nearly in your kitchen. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. We need to shout out.
No, Sophia's, now, their pizza is really good. Their pizza is way above average. It's really good pizza. Their cheesy garlic knots are, holy cow.
What do you think of their cannoli?
Their cannoli is okay, but it's not as good as the advertisement.
It's marketed well.
It's marketed well. And for anybody that knows Sophia's, go in and watch the video monitor above the cash register. It's on a loop.
Yeah. Are there any? I don't think that new restaurants have kept up with growth out by you. Do you agree with that? The chains are starting to trickle in. Like
the chains are. They just opened a Chick-fil-A not too long ago.
There's the McDonald's right there, the Whataburger right there.
Yeah, Taco Bell, Burger King. Man. And don't get me wrong, I still get the Taco Bell craving.
I was just getting ready to say, dude, I threw some shade at Taco Bell for a long time. I've eaten there twice, like in the last 3 months. I'm like, it's not that bad. It's not that good,
right? But it's what you expect.
It's what it is. Do you remember?
For us, it's old school comfort food.
Do you remember the year long time ago? Anyway, it's an obscure reference. It won't matter. But yeah, it is what you think it is. It's Taco Bell. It is, again, a bastion of consistency, if nothing else.
Yeah.
So,
but I do. I get the craving, and I'll be sitting there. Ray and I'll be playing or whatever, and I'm like, you want a cheeseburger? And so I'll go get me Taco Bell and go get her a cheeseburger, and we'll come on home.
What I tend to think when I am thinking about different cuisines and trying local restaurants is, if there is a locally owned restaurant that looks like it's been open for a minute in a community with a high concentration of people who would identify with that food. So there's a large, there's like a large Middle Eastern culture around the medical center and around USAA. And so if I drive up and there's an Indian cuisine that looks like it's been open for a decade, I'm like, oh, well, they're doing something right.
Yep.
So I'm going to try that out.
Yeah.
If I go to a soul food restaurant on the east side that looks like it's been there since before my grandpappy,
right.
They're doing something right. So I want to find something that is like in the right neighborhood and that it looks like the locals have bought in.
I agree with that. There is a thing to me about locally owned, like one-off restaurants. And that is a lot of times when that the founder is gone and it sells to someone, like it doesn't always go to family. It doesn't. But if it sells to someone else, that's usually, if it's going to die off, that's when it's going to happen.
Mission drift, right? That happens everywhere. You just lose sight of, or they come in and go, well, we're going to take what's worked for 90 years and we're going to add this to it.
Right.
So in Bandera, the corner restaurant, kind of the best known restaurant in Bandera is the OST. And it has been for sale probably for, 5 years now. But she is the owner. It's been in her family since like the 30s.
Oh my gosh.
So she is so picky. She's like, they won't sell it to a conglomerate, and she won't sell it to anybody whose vision is to come in and change it. She's like, it's worked. Bandera doesn't like change. We want it to go on.
That is something about this area. They are not change people.
They're not. You're not, Bandera. You're not. So anyway, I thought that was kind of cool. I liked her. I liked her thinking on that. Hey, I want to tell you if I would. There's two things that are on my mind as we're talking about it. The first one is I would say, if you're out, even if you're in your town, and you have within reasonable proximity of one another, you have the option to go to a chain or to get the same thing from a locally owned restaurant. I would really urge you to go local, and there's a lot of reasons to it.
Oh,
but one is the main one is that's what continues to stimulate the economy, because that dude lives in your neighborhood and his kids go to your school. And so it stimulates, he's employing kids from your neighborhood and adults from your neighborhood. So it stimulates the local economy, but it is also how I think there has become this great, like, watering down of culture. It used to be obviously when you go to New York, right, each of the boroughs has its own flavor or whatever, but even in San Antonio, it was like each kind of community had its own vibe, and now it feels like you've got in each of those communities like the same 5 or 6 chains.
Yep.
And so for me, I'm like, that's how you keep your distinctiveness alive.
Yeah,
I invest in those places.
I agree. I think if you have the option to pick between, a chain pizza place and a local pizza place, you always go to the local pizza place. I think it's the same for whatever the kind of food is. If it's Italian, if it's whatever. Golly, I saw a socials video where 2 granddaughters tried to take their grandmother to Olive Garden, and their Sicilian grandmother to Olive Garden.
Oh my gosh!
And she was like hitting them with the purse.
Yeah, Nona's like, why you hate me?
But yeah, it's just that's where a lot of the character of a place is, and a lot of places just don't have much character anymore.
Yeah, and I would say another thing, if you're going to go in, Kevin and I make a point to always do this. And what's funny is we both did this before, like we would do it together.
Yeah.
One, it's kind of the same thing with 2 things, like engage with the people in a local restaurant. Like, if you enjoy your meal on the way out, tell somebody. If the owner's walking around, and by the way, they are, like, if it's a small local owned restaurant, the owner is in there. You may think he's the kind of frantic looking guy bussing tables. That's the owner.
Yep.
Talk to him, ask him his story, tell him that you enjoyed it, ask him how he got there. We had this conversation with the Paps, those guys that own Paps that I just told you about. Yeah. They actually live in Helotes, but their restaurant's been in Bandera forever, and it's amazing Italian food, and they're a Romanian family. So I'm like, tell me how 2 Romanian brothers who live in Helotes end up with the best Italian food in Bandera. And they just talked about wanting to be in a local community and wanting to be part of something small and really vibing with the people. And so these people are so hungry to tell you their story. But the whole reason they got into doing local, like, none of these guys.
How did they get into Italian food?
I have no clue, dude. I have no clue. Maybe they just didn't think Romanian food was marketable.
Not gonna tell them
what is Romanian food. I'm gonna look it up. But
it's a lot of sheep.
You're about to say haggis. That's Scottish.
It's Scottish. It's haggis.
I can't say any of these. Mince rolled in pickled cabbage with polenta.
Yeah,
polenta with cheese and cream. Bean soup with smoked ham hock. Tripe, carp brine. So yeah, no, they made the right choice.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they made the right choice. But what I was going to say is, nobody gets into we're going to open a one-off mom and pop restaurant. Nobody gets into a local owned restaurant because they have this delusion of making it, very few, of we're going to get really, really rich. Yeah. They got into it because they're passionate about what they do. And so for them, hearing that you enjoyed the food and you asking them about their story means almost more to them than the money that you paid to keep them going. So just engage. Which you're about to see. Okay, you riled the beast.
How did I do?
Not whatever. You. I did. Going. I just keep talking. Just go. This is. I think this is one of the things. Like, I one of the things that drives me crazy about our current culture is what I call the illusion of connection, which is anti-fat face lifestyle. Like fast-paced lifestyle is like we're around the communal table, we're having a good time, we're living life, we're doing big, and we live in the illusion of that where I've got 500 friends on Facebook and nobody to call when my car breaks down because we've isolated into ourselves. So we go into a restaurant and we sit down at the table and we lose ourselves on our phone and we don't interact and we just leave and everything's this personalized, isolated, when that's not what we were created for. We were created to experience this whole tapestry together, right? Yeah. And so it costs nothing of me to, on my way out of the restaurant, to just tell a guy like, you did a good job today. That was amazing. And yet it changes that dude's whole everything.
Whole day.
Right? And so I know it's a little bit of a soapbox, and some of you are going like, Aaron, you're stupid, and that doesn't matter. And maybe it doesn't, but I think that it does.
No, anybody that would say that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't count.
I think that it does matter.
It does.
As a guy who loves to cook, watching somebody enjoy something that I made, or that, and not just watching, but when they take a bite and they're like, holy crap, dude, that's amazing. Like best feeling in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Second best feeling in the world.
That's why you like to cook for me.
It is. It is. So anyway, I'm sorry I diverged there.
No, that's exactly what, like, you're right. The episode that you and Bree and Carson did last week, that's what what it was about the family table or the communal table. And
It's the slowing down and the entering each other's space.
and putting all these things away, and just, how was your day? And more than that, how are you doing?
Yep.
And again, even more than that, hey, whatever you're dealing with, I'm here for you.
The truth is, we talk about food a lot, and I get asked a lot about why the Feed Your Fat Face podcast. And the reality is, the truth in it all is that it's bigger than just the food that we like and the things that we eat. It is that I just enjoy, I don't know, sharing life experiences with people. And
well, yeah, it's never just been about the food for us. It's always been about the experiences.
It's not about the food.
Well, it's not about the food either, but it's about the experiences. It's about the memory and the story and all the things that go along with that for us.
You want to do some food news?
Let's do it. I have a couple.
All right, I've got one I want to start with, and I want to get your opinion. So there is a new snack craze that is sweeping the world. Kevin, are you ready for it?
I'm not, but go ahead.
Yeah, check this out. This, my friend, is the banana hot dog peanut butter and jelly. This is one version of it with an actual hot dog. They also make it where it's a banana instead of a hot dog, but it is seriously gaining steam all around the country. And
How?
I'm curious because I don't know. I haven't had it, but it is a lot. I've had peanut butter and jelly on a burger.
I have. There was a place that when we lived in Oklahoma City, there was a place in Mustang that had, and I'm blanking on the name of it, but it was on Mustang Road, and they had a burger. I think it was called the Elvis.
Yeah.
And it had peanut butter and jelly, and it had fried egg. It was an amazing burger.
Yeah, that sounds really rich.
It was amazing.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I would eat this abomination.
Look,
but with a banana, substitute a banana for that, Frank.
If I did a baked or a flambéed banana, I would go for that.
Yeah. But as constructed, I'd probably eat the golf ball first.
Yeah, I'd eat the
All right, let's hear one of yours.
All McDonald's locations will serve Krispy Kreme donuts by the end of 2026.
Really? Okay, does it say, are they...
No, I don't know if they're going to shrink them like they have the burgers.
Well, I was going to ask, are they going to add Krispy Kreme production, or are they like trucked in, made
It
off-site?
looks like they're going to be brought in like they're brought to Walmart or everywhere else.
Well, then I'm not interested.
But they will have...
I will say, even though it's like eating air, like a right off the conveyor belt, Krispy Kreme is one of life's great pleasures.
Yeah, it vanishes like cotton candy. But anyway, I have that one. I have another one.
Let's go. Come on.
Lactose intolerant customers have hit Starbucks with a $5 million lawsuit
calling
dairy-free upcharges discrimination. Now you're thinking about it.
Well, I'm trying to pick words that won't make me change the content warning on our podcast. I mean, the milk substitutes are more expensive.
They are.
So you pay more.
But that's not discrimination?
No, it's not discrimination. Wow,
Did you know that not wanting to be fat was an active fat phobia?
Not wanting to be. So the fact that I want to lose weight means I'm fat phobic. Well, I guess I better just settle in then. Wouldn't want to be fat phobic. Yeah, I have a problem with that, dude. I think we're looking for a reason to be offended around every corner with the whole upcharge discrimination thing. I'm like, no, like, yeah, I'm very.
Just go to the store.
I don't even want to
oat
minimize.
milk, almond milk, whatever. They're costs more than milk.
And I don't want to minimize that. It's a legitimate thing. Lactose intolerance is a real deal.
None of those are milk.
However, that is true.
It's nut juice and oat juice and whatever else.
Robert De Niro was, or Ben Stiller was clear. In order to be milk, comes from a nipple.
It has to come from a nipple.
Comes from a nipple.
Can you milk me?
Can you milk me, Fokker? I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me? From his. Anyhow. Yeah, I'm like, it just seems like we're being ridiculous here. It sucks that you have. Gluten-free crust is more expensive. It's a $2 upcharge in most places. Yeah. Is that discrimination? I shouldn't have said that. I just gave him a new lawsuit. Dadgummit.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a food news. Capri Sun is bottling its juice, but the question is, will it be as good without the pouch?
No, it won't be as good.
It will not be.
No.
Right? Like, we can definitively put that one to bed.
Yeah, there's not even a debate or a question. That's just a no.
Yeah. Okay. You have another one?
I don't know if you want me to share this video with you so that you can see it, but what do you think about the bean dip drawer?
I saw it, and I am hashtag all in. Bree rolled her eyes at me, but I'm like, nah, dude, I am all in. We'll share that on our socials this week. But yeah, dude.
The bean dip fridge.
Yeah.
Drawer in the fridge.
It's from a Facebook or Instagram account called Bien Snacks, BIENSNACKS. And it's just like the cheese drawer, the deli drawer is just filled with 7-layer dip, and it is everything you would hope.
It's a great looking dip too.
Look at this beauty, and I'm very excited. Cheez-Its has opened up a Cheez-It themed restaurant called Cheese Inn. Yeah, man.
What?
I love Cheez-Its.
What would the menu? Yeah, you would have to, but.
It has a cheeseburger featuring pimento cheese, lettuce, pickles, and an extra big Cheez-It cracker. They have a cracker-crusted big grilled cheese sandwich. They have cheesy chicken tendies. They have baked white cheddar mac and Cheez-It topped with a cracker crumble. Cheez-It fries with 3 varieties, original white cheddar or hot and spicy, and a side of Cheez-It biscuit featuring tasty layers bursting with Cheez-It crackers served with honey butter. They also have a sweet and salty cheesecake with a cracker crust, caramel drizzle, and some extra big Cheez-It crackers. You're out, really?
I would go with you, but that would not be my pick.
That's I'm all in.
Yeah, that's not mine.
Well,
that's not. Yeah,
I'm sorry for you, but I think it's delicious.
Where do you fall on like banana splits and big sundaes and that kind of thing?
I like a banana split. Not enough places have peanut butter as a topping option. So I'm going to tend to try to go peanut butter whenever and as often as I can.
Yeah, and all the peanut butter.
All the peanut butter. I'm afraid you misunderstood me. What I said was...
Your train, none of your trains have had tracks today.
No.
You're just...
Yeah, we're all over the place. It's very linear in my brain. Like, I can tell you how I got from anywhere to anywhere. But
yeah.
The end user experience might be.
Hey, man, I think it's been exciting.
There was a couple of times where, we've known each other for over 30 years. And then a couple to that, we've now done coming up on 50 episodes of this. You learn each other.
Right.
And you learn each other's looks. There was a couple of times where I looked over at you today and I was like, oh, I've jumped the shark. Like, right. I just looked in your eyes and was like, okay. But this is what happens. We didn't have time. I didn't have time to prepare today, so you got loose and
I texted you today and I was like, hey, want to do an episode?
And you're darn right I do.
And before today, it's been like, I don't know how many weeks I don't want to do an episode.
Yeah. So I had very little. I was already thinking about what I was going to do solo, which I had no idea, but here we are.
And then I was like, let's just
Let's just do it.
Let's just chat. Let's just talk about, stuff we like around here, and did we hit all the?
I think so. Right.
The things I talked. I don't think I only mentioned 3 things, and I don't know if we did any.
I mean, we managed to go. We're like at 45 minutes now, so it feels like we.
Yeah, I think we've hit it all.
We hit a lot. So I don't have anything else. Do you have anything else?
The only thing I would say is, grill's hot, beer cold.
It is that time. Hey, we appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, it means a lot to us. We are blown away that you continue to tune in with us. So thank you, as always, for checking us out. We appreciate it more than you can imagine. While you're there at YouTube, would you follow the channel, subscribe? Would you like? Would you share? It helps us out a lot.
It doesn't hurt you, and it helps us.
It doesn't hurt you, and it helps us. So thank you very much, fatties. We'll see you next week.